200 years ago, Holy Cross was founded with a sense of purpose by Reverend Basil Moreau in a small French town, a town of real people with real problems. His dedication to community continues to this day in Michigan through Holy Cross Children's Services.
You may see schools, you may see dental clinics, you may see people caring for kids in foster home, you may see people bringing clothes, you may see people just talking to each other.
All of this and more is part of an impressive array of support offered by Holy Cross Children's Services each day, which began from a simple yet far-reaching vision. In 1947, Edward Cardinal Mooney of Detroit envisioned a place where boys could learn self-esteem and self-reliance, pursue academics, and develop spiritual values.
Cardinal Mooney from down here in the Archdiocese, he saw the need to help children that had lost their families, kids that had gone away, astray. So he approached the Knights of Columbus, asked us if we would start a foundation, a group that would help these kids, that would foster them, bring them, give them schooling, a place to stay. So we started what was then called Boysville, and that was in 1948.
Cardinal Mooney suggested the Knights of Columbus contact the Brothers of Holy Cross. Together, the Bishops of Michigan, the Knights of Columbus, and the Brothers of Holy Cross embarked on a journey that would result in Boysville.
How do we help young people get a job? So we used to think of vocational schools, trade schools. So the young men who came to us were provided an opportunity for a high school diploma, a job opportunity.
The goal was to guide young men who were disadvantaged. Together, the founders relentlessly pursued their mission. Land was acquired and construction began. In 1948, the Macon Township campus opened. A recipe for success had been established. The guidance of the bishops, teaching and spiritual support from the brothers, and dedicated financial backing from the Knights of Columbus had made Cardinal Mooney's dream a reality. In succeeding decades, Boysville grew and evolved. The student body increased from 16 to 150. The facility was accredited as a high school and a boarding school. Most importantly, boys who had very little became achievers.
Different folks who visit us back. Some became mayors, one became a pilot for the president, etc.
Inspired by the success of Boysville and encouraged by Cardinal Dearden of Detroit, the Brothers of Holy Cross established homes and schools throughout Michigan. As the years passed, thousands of young men experienced the education and guidance of Boysville. But the ensuing decades brought change in society and at Boysville.
And it grew and grew. They actually changed their name to Holy Cross Children's Services because at that time we started helping young women, children, girls.
In 1984, St. Vincent's in Saginaw became the agency's first official center for young women. Several others had been added in recognition of the need, especially for young single mothers. Single mothers with children have the highest rate of poverty in the nation, but Holy Cross Children's Services, the Knights of Columbus, and the Lady Knights make sure these young women get the support they desperately need.
The young girls, which is a big part of Holy Cross now, the girls pregnant with babies, in addiction, Holy Cross has stepped in and filled that void. We have a very good success rate, so that gives these kids something to build on beyond what's out there in the street.
The intent of Holy Cross Children's Services is to give these young women the confidence and the education that will make them good parents and good providers. It's all part of an evolving mission. Boysville is now Holy Cross Children's Services, and the services involve help for entire families, including senior citizens. A school for 16 troubled boys had become an agency that has served more than 200,000 people.
So they have dreams just like we do, and it really sets you back to realize that, wow, these are kids just like our kids. They deserve a chance. They deserve everything that we can give them.